Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video I have shown you how you can create your SQLite database and connect it to your Java GUI application. So I have shown you how to create a database and how to connect this database to your Eclipse web builder GUI application, right? So we have tested our connection like this. So whenever we run the program, it shows connection successful. That means the connection with the database is successful. Okay, and it opens the login page. But in this login frame, we haven't we haven't inserted any tools or components here. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a login page which checks the username and password from the database. So it validates username and password from the database, and if that username and password is correct, then it will give you some message if it's correct or not. So let's get started. First of all, I will just make this window a little bit bigger by double clicking this login.java, and we have some space to work with now, right? So what I'm going to do is I will just resize this a little, and I'm going to take this absolute layout and I will just place it on this login panel, and I will take two labels, label 1 and label 2. So once again, label 2. Okay, so I have taken these two labels, and then I will take the text box 1 and text box 2. Okay, so I have two labels and two text boxes, and I will take a button which whenever user clicks, he will be able to log in. So take a button, once again take a button here, and now I will change the names of these labels or variable name, or I will leave these names for the label as it is. You know how to change the name, variable name, but I will change the text of these labels as first is username. It should be username, and the second label text will be, why it goes to the, so first label text will be username, and the second label text will be password, right? And then what I'm going to do is, I remember one thing: whenever you use or enter any username and password, the password is always hidden. It should be hidden, right? Otherwise the other users can see your password and there is no meaning of password, right? So I will delete this text box because it will show my password to the other user. And what I can use is this password tool. So there is a tool called JPassword field, and this tool we specifically use for password. So just click this and just leave it on your frame, and this we use for entering the password. Okay, so I will resize this as here, and this we will use for entering the password. And properties of this password you can see here. Just click this password field and you will be able to see that echo char, and you can change this echo char to any character, and this will be, or your password will be masked with this character. So you can use dollar sign here, or you can use hash or any other character, and it will mask, this character will mask all of your password. So we have done that, and I will change the variable name of these text field. For username, text field UN, for example, and for password, this text field I will name it as password field. So it's the name already suggests that it's a password field, so I will not change the name of the field. But yeah, this I will change the text of this button as login, and I will change the name of this button as btn login. Okay, so now we have this, and maybe you can resize it so that you can see username and password, and you can play with the properties for this. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I will select this login button, right click it, add event handler, action perform, and this will lead me to this login button action perform method, right? And inside this method I'm going to write a code to check the login or username and password, right? So first of all, I will just make a try and catch block, so if any error occurs, it will catch the error. So I will just copy the previous code for try catch, and I will paste it in action perform method, and I will remove all the other code other than my try catch blocks. So I have this try catch block, so if any error will occur, it will catch any exception. Okay, now in this try block, first thing I will do is I will create a query with the database. If you remember in the last video, in this login.java, we have initialized our connection by our sqlite connection.db connector function. So we have this connection with the database in this object, which is called connection, which we have created. Where we have created this connection, let's see. So this is the connection we have created, right? So this is an object of connection, which is a java.sql class connection. And so if you don't recognize this, just watch the last video once again. Okay, so I'm going to use this connection once again. But yeah, now to the button click event or action perform event of this login button. In this try block, first of all, what I need to do is I need to prepare a query which I want to pass to the database. So I will prepare a query which is a string variable. String, I will name it as query itself is equal to, and in the double quotes and the semicolon I will write the query. So what is the query I'm going to pass? Select asterisk, or select asterisk means select all from the database table name. So my table name here is employee info. This I have shown you in the last video, the table name and how to create a database, right? So select star or asterisk from your table name, and then we will write a where clause. So just write where your username. So what is the name of username? Just as username and password, right? So where username, by the way, SQLite is a non-case sensitive language, so whatever query you are passing, it can be in uppercase or lowercase, but Java is a case sensitive language, so you cannot play with these objects and variables. But yeah, whenever you pass the query, whenever you are building the query, you can use uppercase or lowercase depending upon your priority. So select all from your table name where username is equal to question mark and password is equal to also question mark. Okay, so this is my query. Now I need to make a prepared statement from this query. So what I will do, I will write prepared statement, if the spelling is correct. I don't think it's correct. Let me see if, okay, so we will go further, is equal to, then what I need to do here, I need to pass the query to the prepared statement, right? So I will make an object of this prepared statement. I will name it as PST for prepared statement. Okay, and then I will write connection, which is my object which I have created in the last video, which is connection object, this one. Connection is equal to null, right? So prepared statement PST is equal to connection dot prepared statement, and it takes my query. So you see here, it takes the query. So I will write query, and this is the query I'm passing here. So I'm passing the query to the prepared statement. Then I will prepare a result set, but before that, with this prepared statement, I want to pass the values from the text boxes which the user will enter to the prepared statement. So I will write pst dot set string. This will be set string, and this will take two arguments. The first argument will be the parameter index. So parameter index is what? Because we are using two question mark, the index, parameter index of username is 0 and parameter index of password is 1, right? So the index starts from 0, and whatever number of question mark here you have, that much index you will have. So the first question mark, we will have the 0 index, and this, and the second argument for this PST set string is the value which you are getting from the text boxes. So go to the design view, unable to, okay, so I will, for now I will take this name, which is text field UN, and I will get the text. So I will write dot get text. Okay, in the same way I will just use PST get text for the password. Okay, so PST dot set string, and the index will be now 1, 0 index for username, index 1 for password, right? And the username or password field name is this one, password field dot get text. And as soon as you see here get text, it has the line above get text. That means it will not get text, it will mask your password field by the mask. You see, get text from the password field is deprecated. Okay, so I don't right now, let's see, I will use it as it is. If it shows me any error, I will use some other method. For now I will use like this only. Okay, so now I have these values in my query. Now I want a result set, right? So I will write result set, I will name it as RS is equal to, and then this result set will execute my query. Okay, so what I can do, PST, which is my prepared statement, this is the statement I prepared, dot execute query. Whatever query I pass in that statement, I want to execute that query. Okay, So now whenever I execute this query will be executed and the result will be transferred to this rs object. Okay, so in the next line what I'm going to do, I will make a while loop, because this rs object gives the value one by one. So I will use while, and I will